All right, KTC, happy Monday. This is your Monday motivational video. I think I tried to do this a few years ago and then I just stopped. But regardless, I did want to talk about the transition of the seasons, talk about last week, talk about this week, where we're going, the mindset and approach to this phase, and different things that we can do as we progress through, again, I'll say the off season here, to keep it fun and interesting and motivating. And yeah, we'll go from there. So first of all, I do want to give a huge shout out to Kayla, who is in Hawaii right now, Kona, ready to race the World Champs next Sunday. And we also have Martin Tamara, who just left for Marbella, Spain, who will be racing the 70.3 World Champs there in about a month time. So this Sunday, let's cheer on Kayla. She's going for the win. No pressure, Kayla. But is absolutely, I'm confident she's going to absolutely crush it, and super excited for Kayla. And then, again, in a month's time, we're going to cheer on Martin and Tamara, who are over in Marbella, Spain. And I hope I haven't forgotten anyone else who's racing world champs. But if I have, let me know so I can give you a big shout out and send off as well. So now that we have our champions off and racing, we can focus on our beautiful off season. Now, this is a incredibly unsexy time. It's not, that motivating to take it down. It's not trying to crush yourself or, see where your limits are. It's about, again, going easy and doing the easy work really well, which is something we often miss. Now, if you're not aware of my season, it didn't go quite according to plan. I suffered numerous AFib attacks or episodes this summer, which pretty much derailed my entire season. And to be honest, quite common in endurance athletes, especially ones that have been pushing high training volumes, training stresses for a prolonged period of time. The older you get, the more frequently this type of thing can happen. So too much of a good thing is bad, and unfortunately, too much training is bad. And guess what? As I get older, figured that out the hard way this year. Not that I haven't had issues in the past, but this is definitely a new one. And I learn more and more as I evolve as an athlete, as well as I age as an athlete. So for you older athletes on that spectrum, I'm having a lot more empathy and understanding of I'll say training more mature athletes than when I was in my 20s and invincible. Now, the reality is, if you're in your 20s and you're invincible, or even 30s and you're invincible, this will catch up to you eventually. And hopefully your perspective is, this is a lifestyle, something that you want to stay active and healthy for life. And that's the way I approach the program. And that is one of the reasons why I'm putting so much focus and emphasis on this off-season time, the time where we can take it down, let your body recover. You've accumulated a lot of stress on all the physical systems, your hormones, even mentally through these months of hard training. So it is a good thing to reset, and it will allow you to take those 2 steps forward next year. Now, you can totally forego this, be sedentary, get fat and out of shape, come back in January, February, March, cram it in there, probably show up somewhat healthy and in shape for your next race. But I can guarantee you're going to be nowhere near where you would be if you laid this foundation in which to build your training on. So that's what we're trying to do. Embrace doing the easy stuff well. That is the focus. So last week, I really enjoyed the change in schedule. This week, we're actually back in the pool 100%, so that's exciting. 11:30s, no more lake swimming. And we're going to continue the focus. So last week, I don't have the whole week. I didn't load it on there. Again, very elementary stuff. We didn't swim on the Tuesday due to the holidays, so we lost that. The Tuesday night ride went quite well. Hopefully more will jump on. Get your trainers all ready. We're going to be focusing on some warm-up drills. So we're going to be doing some short, higher intensity work. Even though it's warm-up drills, you're still getting a good little workout in there. So if you want to get a good handle on how we lead into most workouts, different drills you can do on the bike to improve technical aspects, to improve power, your efficiency, then that's what we're doing this Tuesday. Sorry. It was quite nice, actually, then just spinning around into an easier run on the Wednesday morning. Again, if you want to join me at H2O, I'm going to be doing some balance and stability work in that small studio at 6 a.m. and then hitting the run for Wednesday. And this week, we're going to try to figure out around your threshold intensity, and we're going to be doing it based on perceived exertion. So that's what RPE is, rate of perceived exertion. We're going to be doing our drills and everything, a little bit of a ramp up where we test out how it would feel, again, just based on perception at different perceived intensities, and then holding a nice steady effort. I chose 10 minutes because 8 minutes is usually that top end of the VO2 max. So if you do run too hard, your body's going to bring you down to threshold. But we're just going to do a 10-minute effort, trying to figure out what would feel like an 7 or 8 out of 10, and put you in a place where having a conversation would be pretty much impossible. So you're running hard enough where it's just all breathing. So it is a good 10-minute effort. And from there, we should be able to estimate your run threshold pace. Now, you have to do this either on a treadmill or a flat road or the track or something like that. If you're doing hills, this really falls apart because it's based on pace. Once you lock in your pace, so let's say, for example, you run this 10 minutes, I'll use 5 minutes per kilometer pace for easy math. If that's what you run this at, great. What you're going to be doing after that is you're going to pop over into your training peaks, your settings, which is usually over up here in settings. I'm in my coach subscription at the moment. You'll go down to your training zones and scroll on down to speed and pace, and you're going to pop in, again, if this was 5 minutes, I'd pop in 5 minutes for threshold, choose the type, threshold, speed, the method, use Joe Frio for running. That one works quite well. And calculate, and you are all good. That would be your new running training zone. So that's the goal of that workout, really trying to set those baselines. As we move on to Thursday, again, we're just going to be experimenting with some equipment in the pool on the Tuesday, Thursday. So bring all your training gear. If you do need any training gear, remember I got some in the swim store. The endurance ride, I'm going to probably throw out just a pace partner ride or an event if I can find one on the Thursday around 6:30. That might be nice and easy. We're into just endurance on the Friday. Again, if you want to join me indoors, please do. Still kind of solo on the Saturday, short and sweet, depending on what level plan you're on. This is level 3. And then the Sunday, again, we've been back in the pool, started this Sunday, 7 a.m. We're going to be doing half-hour dry land, followed by an hour of swim, just to ease you into the swim. As you can see, as we progress, the dry land will become less and less, and the swimming will become in more and more. Next month, we are going to be swimming an hour and a half, but I did want to ease you in back into swimming some of the higher volumes. And then, of course, if you want to join Luke and I, anyone, please come out, do a little brick run, do a little run after the swim, and that will pretty much tick the box for your Sunday, and away we go. And again, a lot of this is just zone 2 aerobic work. Zone 2 breathing should be comfortable. You should be able to have a conversation. Again, this is the foundational work. The important stuff is really doing the balance and stability and the hip core and stability work really well. That is, I'd say, the most important. Doing these drills, executing drills really well is incredibly important. Keeping it easy is incredibly important. So make those your focus or the focus of this week. If this is obviously too loaded up for you, you do have options where you can drop down into different plans. If you're on orientation level 1, we have a number of workouts that have been removed. So this is the week that we're on here. So we are paring it back a little bit here where you're only at 5.5 hours. And again, these can be counted as one workout. So this would still be a double day, single day, single day, single day, single day, single day. So a lot more manageable if you're on a really tight schedule. And you may go, oh, it's only 5.5. Like 5.5 hours is still pretty good training. So, sorry, this is the week we're on. It's still 5.5 hours, and everything's still the same. You can go up to level 2, which should be a one higher, give you a little bit higher volume, and then of course level 4, we're pushing the highest volume. So feel free, you can always dabble around with those as well. Okay, so that is what's coming up this week, the focus. Again, we're back in the pool for all the sessions. No more open water. Sundays is back on. So yeah, please join, jump in. Some of you are getting emails as we switch over the program. So you may get an email, looks kind of like this. You'll actually probably get 2 emails. One that I've paused your membership, and I'll pause it a day before that your payment's supposed to come out. And then I follow up with this email here. So sometime between then and your next session, which would be really appreciated. I hope you will continue on with the program. If you do, once you get this email, all you have to do is click on the link. The link is going to bring you right to this page here. This is the group training, and you don't have to worry about step 1 or step 2 unless you've expired or didn't sign up for TryBC and you've expired, or your credit card is expired on the $50 annual. Most of you forget that this exists. This was something that you set up when you first joined the club. It's $50. It comes out every year on an annual calendar. Your credit card is tied to it separate. Whatever credit card you signed up however many years ago, that's the one that's tied to it. So if it comes back as denied, it's probably the credit card number has expired by since then. So all you have to do is go into your account and update the credit card attached to that subscription. So go to your account, go to subscription, and you'll find it, update. If it is totally expired, you can just join the club, sign up again. So either one. If that's all good though, all you're going to be doing is scrolling down and choose. Do you want to bike run only, 1 swim, 2 swim, 3 swim? If you want to pay monthly, click on one of these. And if you want to pay annually, again, you get 12 months for the price of 10. You can click on any of these. When you click on them, it'll bring you to the payment page. You just have to fill out your information, click sign up, and that's it. So again, you get an email, click on the link, brings you here, choose your program, brings you here, pay, you're done. That's all you got to do. Last thing is, I was chatting up the lifeguards on Sunday here. It looks like the supervisors don't have any issue with us running some mock training events on the pool deck on the Sunday. So I will be doing a registration for that if you're looking for something, to keep you honest, keep you motivated. Probably the first one will happen in January. So we got a couple of months. I think the first little swim thing we'll do will be with Masters with doing 100 by 100. So 10K is swimming that you can focus on building up to. And then I also have a laundry list here that Darren sent me. If you're interested in doing some runs, I might jump into a few of these as well. So we got Predator Ridge 10K coming up, Dirty Feet Interior Running Series has Coldstream October 26th, so a little bit longer. That one probably leaning more towards. I'm not sure if I'm going to travel, but there's Boundary Bay half a marathon. Thanks, Darren. Sure, I'll podium. I don't know if I want to run again after the Kelowna one. Then we got the Hypothermic half on February 8th, so a little bit farther in. Again, that keep you honest, at least on the running front or in the overall fitness front. It looks, from the sound of it, Victoria seems to be a very popular choice for 70.3s, just as a heads up to people who are starting to think about their race planning. Cherry Blossom registration, I'm going to be hitting you up this week with an advanced registration code if you want to get in there at the same price as last year. I'm going to be sending that out, and general registration will be opening up on the 15th for the Cherry Blossom. I'm highly looking at 2026 Cozumel, and that is end of November. So that's an Ironman, late season Ironman, end of November, flat, fast, qualify for Kona. Accommodations are pretty reasonable, all-inclusive resorts, great opportunity maybe for a team trip, maybe family vacation, whatever. So Ironman wise, that's the one I'm looking at, or a number of us are looking at the moment. That being said, I know Maddie Long is doing Ironman Texas and would love some company. If Kayla wins her age group, I said I would go do Texas and go do Hawaii with her next year, but we'll see. As well as we got Ironman Canada now in Ottawa. I know Luca's doing that one and would love some company as well. So anyway, as you're starting to think about next season and get excited, those tend to be the chatter at the moment. All the local stuff, Oliver was always a great weekend, Peach Classic, the Apple. So all the local stuff will be kind of as is each and every year. So that is longer than I wanted to go, about 10 minutes longer than my 5-minute challenge I gave myself. But again, I hope you have a great week. Hope to see you back. Again, let's do the easy things well. Make that your mantra for now. Embrace it. Set the foundation. And I guarantee you, whether you're doing triathlons or any other sport or just staying active and healthy for life, let's stay active and healthy. But let's do the healthy side so you don't end up like me when you're old. Anyway, have a great week, everybody. We'll see you in the pool tomorrow morning. And until next time, take care. Bye-bye.